Okay, real quick, I'm going to show you how to take mushrooms and dry them for future use. Stay with us and we'll be right back. Okay, first what we do is we take our mushrooms, and what I do is I rinse them. Now, I know several people are going to be, why don't you just brush them off? Well, for drying, I want to be able to remove all this black dirt, and I don't want those on the mushrooms, so I'm going to wash it off. And again, that dirt is a medium for growing fungus, and I'm not cooking them down, I'm not pressure cooking it, I'm drying them. So I want to be able to get all the medium for growing mold and bacteria off of it. So if you're sauteing them, yes, you just brush them off because you don't want the extra moisture to prevent the caramelization. But for drying, again, this is just what I do. You can do whatever you want, but I want to get all that extra that would be causing them to go bad off of them. So we'll rinse them. So now we have them rinsed off, and we're going to slice them. So I just take my blade and just cut them into about 1/4 inch slices, a little over 1/4 inch. So we'll get those sliced, and I'll show you what it looks like after that. Okay, so we have our mushrooms cut and sliced. You can see they're fairly uniform, about the same thickness upon it. So I'm going to get my drying racks for my dehydrator ready, and okay, so we have our racks prepared, and we're just going to take mushrooms and we're just going to lay them out without crowding them on the tray. So I'll get these lined up and I'll show you what. So we have one tray done, and we're going to continue with it moving on to the other trays. You can kind of fill in where there's other holes. Just kind of put little pieces in the little areas. So again, I'm going to continue and getting all the trays set up just like this and putting it in the dehydrator, and I will. Okay, so I have 4 trays plus this and of mushrooms. I'm going to put it on 150 until dry. It could be between 8 and 10 hours. Just depends on how the thickness of your mushrooms, the humidity in the room, the elevation, which leg your dog decided to walk on that day. So if you want to you have to just keep checking and make sure that they get completely dry. So I'll show you what they look like when they're done. Okay, so we let our mushrooms dry, and you can see they are light and they have shriveled up pretty good. So now we're going to take our mushrooms, and we're just going to fold up our things here, and we're just going to pile them in these jars. So you can get a lot of mushrooms in one jar after they've been dried pretty good, because of course it takes most of this surface area away from the mushrooms. So again, I didn't salt them, I didn't brine them, I just washed them to get all the dirt off, and then dried them on 150 for 10 hours. So, and again, the time really depends on your location and humidity levels in that area, thickness of your mushrooms, all sorts of different stuff. So we're just going to put them again in these jars, and then I'm going to show you how I seal them up. Okay, so I've got this sealer here that I got from. Okay, so I got this Food Saver lid sealer. So you want to make sure that your lids are clean and don't have any kind of fragments on them. You just take a clean lid in these jars. A good way of sanitizing them before putting anything like this in them is just stick them in the oven on about 250. Let them sit there for about 30 minutes and then turn it off. So it'll heat the inside of the jar up, and And if you wash it just before, then the steam from the heating up of the water will also help kill the bacteria or anything that's left in the jars. So we're just removing the air, but we want to also make sure that there's no bacteria or anything in our jar. So we put our clean lid on, we take our seal and we push it all the way down, and then this is an old-fashioned food saver we had gotten a long time ago. This is, I don't think they make this model anymore, but it works. So just close it down. Let's see. Gonna vacuum it out. You can kind of shake it a little bit to kind of make sure if it's got a lot of stuff, because it'll pull the rest of the air out. Okay. Usually pulling that off, if you don't have enough seal on it, it will just come right off, but that's got seal. So again, take our jar lid all the way down. Takes out all the air. So that is, then you put just a seal on it just to make sure it stays. Or you don't have to either way, but it'll keep it from accidentally something tapping the ending of it and causing it to just kind of protects the seal rim. So this is my version of drying mushrooms for future use. I appreciate you watching. Please check in the description below for other videos, and also a link to my Thrive Life website. So if you want to add some freeze-dried vegetables, freeze-dried food to your pantry for everyday use or for emergencies, I recommend you checking it out. They are really high quality, and it gives you a little more variety to choose from or to cook with. So thank you again, and I'll see you on the next video.